The silence of God is not emptiness. It is strategy, and when you feel like heaven has gone quiet, it is not because God has abandoned you but because He is secretly working in ways your eyes cannot yet see. For Isaiah 55 verse 8 reminds you that His thoughts are higher than your thoughts and His ways higher than your ways, which means His silence is often the hidden proof that He is arranging something greater than your understanding. Yet in those quiet seasons you panic, you assume your prayers are unheard, you assume you are forgotten, but Exodus 14 verse 14 declares that the Lord will fight for you and you have only to be still, and that stillness feels like silence because God is shifting battles behind the scenes, closing doors that would have destroyed you, rerouting people who were never meant to stay, testing whether your faith depends on feelings or on His word, and here is the shocking truth. Silence is often God's greatest test, because anyone can worship when the voice is clear, but few can remain faithful when the heavens feel shut, and in that space God is not punishing you, He is purifying you, stripping away idols, silencing distractions, forcing you to lean not on what you hear but on who He is, and like Job you may cry out with no response, yet his silence was the stage for a double portion blessing, which means what feels like absence is often preparation for breakthrough. Sometimes His silence is protection, because if He answered too soon you would run ahead of His timing, destroy what He was building, and mistake convenience for calling. So instead He withholds the answer to preserve the promise, and in those moments Romans 8 verse 28 is still true, that all things work together for your good, even the waiting, even the confusion, even the nights you wonder if He still cares, because faith that survives silence becomes unshakable faith, and without that silence you would never grow roots deep enough to withstand storms, for silence builds endurance, silence sharpens discernment, silence forces you to hunger for His presence more than His answers, and when the silence finally breaks you will look back and see He was never inactive, He was aligning your life with His will, pruning what you thought you needed, and strengthening what you almost lost, because God's silence is not rejection, it is redirection, and when He appears to say nothing, He is in fact saying, "Trust me." So the next time you pray and the heavens do not echo back, remember this. Warning: never mistake silence for absence, because your God is nearer than your breath, moving pieces on a board you cannot see, and when the time is right He will speak with clarity, doors will swing open, answers will unfold, and you will realize His silence was the hidden evidence of His greatest work.